What is up, YouTube? That's here, bringing you guys another episode of In It Twinja. We are still playing with the sand team we've been using for the past couple of videos. I really do like this team. I feel the past two changes I've made to it through the past couple of videos have been amazing changes. Aegislash lets me pick up huge KOs on really bulky walls that have typing that is really hard for Excadrill and Tyranitar to hit. And Latios helps me lock down opposing Landoruses to a point where people aren't really even bringing them against my team anymore. So we have Mega Tyranitar, Ghostium Z Aegislash, Citrus Berry Mandibuzz, Focus Sash Excadrill, Choice Scarf Latios, and Waterium Z Rotom. I think the only real problem with this team that I'm finding is that sometimes I do want to bring Rotom and Aegislash, so maybe I might take off the Waterium Z on the Rotom, and you know, to be honest, I think the only reason I even have the Waterium Z on it is so I guarantee that I hit my Hydro Pump. It's not that I really need the extra damage, it's just so I can hit my damage. I also think I might change Thunderbolt on Rotom to Volt Switch. Maybe even cut Rotom altogether, but I do really like using Rotom. Maybe Water Rotom just isn't the right mon. Maybe I should put on like a Grass Rotom. What would that really get me? Probably nothing that I don't already have. I don't know. Maybe the team is almost there to being really good. I haven't really brought Mandibuzz all that often either, but Mandibuzz is definitely a necessity if I'm fighting against a hard Trick Room team, which is why I have it. So remember guys, if you guys have any tips or tricks for things that I could be doing to change this team, leave those in the comments below. I love hearing what you guys have to say. Other than that, we're gonna hop to some games right now, get right into it, and see if we can win some. Here we go. Alright, so our very first game is going to be going up against a QR team using Gyarados, Tapu Koko, Volcarona, one of my all-time favorites, Alolan Ninetales, Tyranitar, and Landorus. Very unique team that uses both Ninetales and Tyranitar. I wonder if that's like on purpose. Like, it's obviously on purpose, it's a QR team. But I wonder how they really clash together. It might be a Light Clay on the Ninetales. I'm really thinking it's going to be the Light Clay and not the Sash. So maybe the Sash is on something else if he even has it. Maybe it's Sash on Tyranitar. I do think that Sash Tyranitar is a pretty good mon still. What we're going to do though is we're going to lead Latios, because Latios really dampens the effectiveness of the Landorus here. So let me think. What do we want to pair Latios with to take out some of the other mons? Maybe we pair Latios with Rotom so we can Z-move the Tyranitar, we can Thunderbolt the Gyarados, or we could, you know, switch in Tyranitar if we see things like the Ninetales or the Volcarona lead. So I think that's probably the best play. So what we're going to do is we're going to go Latios, we're going to go Rotom, we're going to go Aegislash, and we're going to go Tyranitar. Do I want Aegislash? No. I'll just go Excadrill. I'm confident that I can have my weather up most of the game, especially because I'm using Mega Tyranitar. I have two chances to pretty much get it up, so I think that's probably a pretty good core. I'd like to bring Aegislash just to be able to hard check that Koko and have it just have not even a chance to play the game. But I think Excadrill can do the same amount of damage if I have the Sandstorm up. So hopefully this works. Wish me luck, guys. Let's see, if he leads Ninetales, I'm definitely be switching in the Tyranitar. People always go for that Aurora Veil, and remember, Aurora Veil fails if there's a different type of weather up other than hail. So hopefully we can stop his Aurora Veil right in his tracks. Hopefully the Rotom doesn't bait him, and the Latios doesn't bait him in going for ice attacks. So it's Gyarados and Ninetales. Yeah, I have to switch in. Yeah, I gotta switch in Tyranitar, but I think I'm gonna switch out Latios for Tyranitar and just Thunderbolt that Gyarados. I think that's definitely gonna be the play. Hopefully I don't get freeze dried. Hopefully he misses his blizzards. Hopefully that Gyarados just Dragon Answer or something stupid. So we're gonna switch in Tyranitar here, and we're just gonna go for a big Thunderbolt up onto the Gyarados slot. I wonder if you used like the Icium Z move boosted off of freeze dry, if it would be super effective against a Rotom Wash. I doubt it. But I know that when you boost Z moves off priority moves, it keeps the priority. Or like if you have Prankster, it keeps your priority boost. So I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't super effective Ice Z move my Rotom. That would be really lame. So Tyranitar switching. Remember, this is to stop the Aurora Veil. It's to potentially break Sashes. This is just all sorts of good that's going to come out of this most likely. Unless we're eating a Waterfall in the face. Unless we're eating a Moonblast in the face. Moonblast in my Latios slot, which is now a Tyranitar. It's dealing over half. And he's going for a Dragon Dance. Cool. We should be able to pick up a KO on the Gyarados. Even if it is Sashed, it has to be a Walkin' Berry if it wants to be able to live through this Thunderbolt. Most likely. And I guess the... Oh my gosh, it's Walkin' Berry! That's the berry, right? It's the Walkin' Berry. That's what it's called, right? And, oh, he's left at like 1, but it's the Walkin' Berry. Oh my gosh, I kept talking about the worst case scenario. That whole turn was like the worst case scenario. He read us with the Moonblast. He had the Walking Berry, but we still had enough damage because we're using a full special attack Rotom. I guess if he had the Aurora Veil up, he would have definitely lived, but I switched in the Tyranitar to stop it. So we're doing okay. I might switch out my Tyranitar or Protect next turn. I think I'm probably just going to Protect next turn and Z-move that Ninetales slot. Ooh, Rotom. Maybe he'll Protect and go for Earthquake? I doubt it. I think what he's probably going to do is just Rock Slide, because that's what Landoruses do. They just Rock Slide. So yeah, I'm just going to Protect with Tyranitar. And maybe he's Z-move on that Landorus. I think that everyone should just use Z-move Landorus. I think that's just the best item for that guy. Because I also don't like fighting Scarf Landorus. That's just my opinion. We're going to see if he's Scarfed at this turn, because Landorus naturally has a lower base speed than Ninetales. Maybe it's a Scarf Ninetales. You know, you never know. He tried to Moonblast my Latios. So, you know, we'll see. We're protecting with Tyranitar, and he goes for the Freeze Dry. Rotom, live. Well, I know I'm going to live. But don't get frozen. Don't get frozen. And he goes for Rock Slide, obviously. Come on, Rotom. Come on. Just live one time. Oh, he misses! And so we're going to get to be able to fire off our huge Waterium Z. Hopefully this can pick up a KO on Ninetales. Being able to pair it with Tyranitar's Sandstorm should be enough to pick up the KO. And if we could pick up the KO here, I think he's pretty much running out of options to be able to deal with things like the Tyranitar and the looming Excadrill in the background. So hopefully we're going to be okay here. Remember, we still have Latios to be able to check that Landorus whenever we want. So that's pretty good. And wait. He's not Scarfed. He's not Scarfed on that Landorus. He's most likely vested or Z-moved, because we're not going to see the Scarf. His Rock Slide went after the Freeze Dry. So what's his last Mon? His last Mon is going to be his own Tyranitar. Okay. I wonder... He's just going to Rock Slide. He's just going to Rock Slide. So that means the play is... I'm going to Mega Evolve just to do it. And I'm going to Crunch and Hydro Pump that Landorus. Right? Yeah. I was thinking about Will-O-Wisp in the Landorus, but I think it's better to Hydro Pump it just to try and get it off the board right now. If we get the Landorus off the board, he has nothing to be able to deal with our last two Mon. So that's the plan here. We're running out of turns on our Sandstorm rather fast. Yeah, we only have like 2 turns left, but remember, Excadrill still has a stash. Even if he starts popping off with a Tyranitar, we should be fine. So let's see what he goes for. I doubt his Landorus is going to Protect. It's definitely possible he protects with Landorus and goes for like a Rock Slide or something to KO one of our Mons, but... Yeah, I mean, we still haven't seen his Z-move. He has a bunch of options. So he's going Mega T-Tar. We're both going Mega T-Tar. I should be faster because I'm like a full-speed Jolly Tyranitar. So I think I'm going to win whatever sort of speed battle this guy wants to have, even though he Mega Evolved first. I don't think that Mega Evolving is based off speed tiering. If I remember correctly, I don't think it ever was. I don't think it ever really happened that often. So he's going for a Rock Slide with his Landorus. Ugh, he misses on one of these Mons. Who's he hitting, though? He's hitting my Rotom? Live, buddy. Don't flinch me. He deserves to flinch me. He's missed with 2. Oh, so he won his speed tie. Okay. I see you. I see you winning speed ties. Now, all I gotta do is hit this Crunch on his Landorus to put him within guaranteed range for an Ice Beam. And I flinch. Okay. Changes the game a little bit. We still have to send out Latios. Like, we still have to send it out. He's gonna Rock Slide me. No, he's gonna Crunch me. So I'm going to Dragon Dance in his face. Right in his face. No, I'm not going to do that. I have to crunch that stupid Landorus. It has to get crunched. Because if it is vested, he'll live through the Ice Beam. That's how this whole matchup works. If he Protect baits me, I'm going to be so sad. I'm going to be so sad if I get Protect baited by this Landorus. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You can't Protect. You're holding an Assault Vest. Or nothing. You're holding nothing. That's fine with me too. Hey, that's fine with me too. I still got an Excadrill. I still got an Excadrill in the back. So he's gonna Crunch me here. You know what I'd really like to get? I'd really like to get a defense drop with my own Crunch. So I was supposed to Dragon Dance, but I went with the Crunch just because I wanted to guarantee take the Landorus off the board. I knew he was gonna be crunching me, and I knew my Tyranitar could live through a Rock Slide from his Landorus if it had to come to it. So I decided, you know, just to go for the Crunch. I mean, a little bit of chip damage, not that bad. And Excadrill comes back in. Remember, Excadrill is it's T-Tar's best partner, but it's also Tyranitar's worst enemy. So we're going to go for a Crunch here and an Iron Head. If he goes for a Protect, I really don't think it matters. Because Excadrill still should be faster than Tyranitar. At least my Excadrill is. My Excadrill is full speed. I want to go for Dragon Dances, but I don't have to even show that I have that move. Remember, like, if this was a best of 3, you want to preserve all the information you can. I'm just going to use the moves that I know work. and we should be fine now. It'd really suck if he was faster than me for some reason and went for like an earthquake here, but we should be fine. I should be able to win a speed tie sometime, right? I am a full like jolly T-Tar, like I'm about as fast as you could get, and I'm never gonna win a speed tie. He's crunching something. That's not gonna be enough. And I'm gonna crunch him back. I could go for Stone Edge, but remember, I don't really even need to show it. We're gonna be fine here. And we get a defense drop. That's right. That's right. We get that defense drop. So we're gonna come with another crunch, and yeah, Ironhead Crunch, wrapping it up. Let's see what he can do about it. That's a forfeit. We take those. Pretty cool team we saw from that guy. It was like the worst case scenario every single time. I mean, he had the Walking Berry on his Gyarados, and he won like 4 speed ties with his Tyranitar. It almost makes me question if my Tyranitar is full speed, but I used this guy like all 2015, and I know that it's full speed because I've won plenty of speed ties versus other full speed Tyranitars. So, pretty good game. We're going to hop into another one and see if we can keep the win streak alive. Here we go. Alright, so we have Celesteela, Greninja, Gyarados, Landorus, Double Intimidators, Garchomp, and Coco. It looks like a VGC 2017 team, but with a Greninja. Maybe it's Battle Bond Greninja, maybe it's Protein. I think either way, Latios is an amazing lead. I think Rotom is also very good here. Let's see, Latios locks down the Garchomp. It can HP ground the Coco. I can also just switch it out for something like Tyranitar, for example. So I think we're going to go Latios and Rotom here, and then we're just going to be able to bring Tyranitar and Excadrill in the back. Even if it's Battle Bond Greninja, I still think I'm going to be okay here. I'm planning on dealing a ton of damage to that guy with my Rotom, regardless of what he wants to do. And worst case scenario, I just set up my weather. Excadrill has speed advantage on the Greninja. I guess he could go for Water Shurikens if he has Water Shuriken. Yeah, that would be bad. Water Shuriken, remember, they changed it to being a special type attack, and it is super effective, stabbed onto the Excadrill, so... And it can break through my sash if it hits like 3 or 4 times, so it's a pretty good move. I really, really do respect the Water Shuriken on the Greninja. So we have to watch out for that, but other than that, you know, Rotom beats Steela in most cases, unless it's like a Giga Drain Steela. I should be okay here. I should definitely be okay. The fact that he has Garchomp is probably going to play to my advantage. I have Latios, I have Excadrill, I have Rotom. Rotom being known as a all-time slayer or waller of Garchomp. So we got the Titan Shrew Rotom Wash versus Garchomp matchup potential. So we see Landorus and Greninja. So this is one of the leads that we're really, really well versed in beating. Remember, Choice Scarf Landorus, all these people that use Choice Scarf Landorus, they use it, they think they're so safe. Because they're like, I'm so fast, I can U-turn, I can Rock Slide, I can do whatever I want. But we're using a Choice Scarf Latios specifically to beat these Choice Scarf Landoruses. Now, the only Landoruses that live this are Sash Landorus, Yache Berry Landorus, and like heavily HP invested Assault Vest Landoruses. So we're going to go for Ice Beam onto that Landorus, and we're just going to pop a Thunderbolt onto the Greninja. We should be okay here. I don't know if Latios can actually eat an Ice Beam from Greninja. He's withdrawing, which means he might not be the correct type of Landorus. Maybe he's not, well, that means maybe he's not Scarfed, otherwise he would have just U-turned. He would have tried to U-turn, I would have KO'd him. So let's see if he Ice Beams my, actually, he might be map blocking me. That'd be a pretty sick play. He goes for an Ice Beam, and he is Protein, okay. I'm okay with that. Is he going to KO me, though? He'd have to be Orb to KO me, even if he was. Alright, cool. So he's not that. I wish Rotom got the boost, but it doesn't. How much damage? We did not deal nearly enough to Coco, so I'm going to switch out. I'm going to switch out into my Tyranitar. And I think I'm actually going to Water Z-move that Coco, just to guarantee that I can hit it. And then if he KOs anything, I just send the Latios back out once the... I really think he might be switching out something for Landorus to block a Thunderbolt. But he could also just go for the priority move. Now let's see what he goes for. He could also be Z-moving my Rotom. That'd be really, really bad if he just like Water Shuriken. He goes for a D-Gleam, alright. He's doing good damage on T-Tar. Gunk Shot! Miss? Nope. Gunk Shot of my Rotom! No! Man, I swear, my Rotom gets all the status conditions. It's been burned like 4 times, and it gets poisoned. It just gets poisoned this game. So we are going to be able to KO the Coco. That's definitely a good thing. And then next turn, we're probably just going to protect with Tyranitar, go for an attack, and then send out Excadrill and be able to get some revenge KOs. So we're going to Hydro Vortex the Koko. Being able to take out Koko is actually huge. That means Latios doesn't need to lock itself into a useless move. I can relock myself into Ice Beam with no fear, and we should be okay. So Koko's going to go down to the Hydro Vortex, and let's see. Greninja is going to be taking out. I kind of wish it was orbed, but man, Rotom has a short shelf life right now. He's probably going to get KO'd next turn, so we could potentially see some double protects next turn. What I'm probably going to do is just send out like T-Tar and Rotom on the board. I'm going to protect a Tyranitar, try and attack with Rotom. Rotom's not going to work, it's going to get KO'd either way. So then I'm going to send out the Excadrill, and if I want to go for Earthquake, I can go for Earthquake, switch out the Tyranitar for Latios, and I should be fine. Oh man, that's a Gyarados. I would love to be able to Stone Edge that Gyarados. So much so that I kind of want to stay in with my T-Tar. Like, attack with the T-Tar, I mean. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, let me think. Nah, I gotta protect. I gotta protect. I have to. That's just the correct play. And I'm gonna go for a Thunderbolt on it, but it's probably not gonna work. Probably not. So we're protecting here. Is he really gonna Dragon Dance in my face? Hydro Pump. We blocked that one. Yeah, we blocked that. And oh my gosh! What were you thinking my Rotom was gonna do? What were you thinking my Electric type was gonna do? Nothing? You think I'm doing nothing? No, I'm attacking you. Are you Walking Berry though? Please don't be Walking Berry. I'd be so sad. Alright, so yeah, Rotom. MVP. Pulling its weight here. And at this point, you know, he's wasted pretty much both of his Intimidators on things that don't really need to be intimidated. I guess he's intimidated by Tyranitar, but I have the MVP Excadrill in the back ready to go. So we're going to bring out the Latios, I think. It's low, but it's not forgotten. So we'll bring Latios back out. If we get Protect baited, we're at least going to be able to trade, you know, one of our Mons for the Greninja at least. And then we just have Excadrill versus... We have Excadrill and maybe one other Mon versus the Landorus, and I think that's going to be a pretty decent matchup. So we're going to send out the Latios here. I kind of wish I could send out Excadrill to make an advantage of the sand, but it's not the right idea. You want to send your special attackers out in this scenario. Let's see. I mean, we're waiting on him. We're waiting on him. How hard is it to send out your last Mon? Maybe he's roping us. Maybe he's just timering us. I have no idea. But yeah, so we're going to send out Latios here. Latios is going to absorb the Intimidate, whereas I don't want my Excadrill to get intimidated. Then I'm just going to have to Ice Beam the Landorus. We're going to go for a Crunch on the Greninja. Worst case scenario, we get Protect baited by one of these Mons, but we should be able to trade 1 for 1. Worst case scenario, maybe a 2 for 1. So Latios hits the board. He wastes his Intimidate. I mean, it's hitting the Tyranitar. It's not a waste, but Excadrill, keep my Excadrill unintimidated and full health, not Sash clocked or anything, is probably the right play. Let's see how many turns of Sandstorm are left. There's still 3 turns. Yeah, I do not need to Mega Evolve. I don't want to show it. You know, I don't really have a need to show the Mega Evolve. I guess this could technically be like an Assault Vest Landorus, and he would live. But, you know, we'll see what happens. So Ice Beam comes out. What you got? You got Yachi Berry, you got Sash, you got an Assault Vest. Looks like you got none of the above. We checked those. I bet he's probably thinking, like, no way I got Ice Beam, but, like, that's why we do it. So he goes for a Hydro Pump. This should be able to KO, I think. It is stabbed. Oh, I'm at 2? Maybe I should have Mega Evolved, because that would have guaranteed that I lived. But even if I got KO'd, it didn't really matter. I'd rather actually lose the Tyranitar there than show that I was Mega, just in case for Game 3 if we ever did play the Game 3. So, you know, these games went relatively according to plan today. I'm really, really liking this team. Let me know if you guys have any tips or tricks for this team, any, like, small, minute changes I could make. You know, I really need to probably put Volt Switch on the Rotom instead of Thunderbolt. I did like Rotom, though. It definitely pulled its weight this game. It got a couple KOs. Rotom was the MVP for sure. So, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think about these games in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.